And that's it for us here at 5. Here's a look what's coming up new at 6 with Andre and Ashley.
Maryland occupational safety and health inspectors released their final report on the death of Baltimore City sanitation worker Ronald Silver II. The findings coming up.
He said he was sorry, told the judge he wants to be somebody. Then he got slapped with a 10-year prison sentence. I'm Kate Amara at Circuit Court.
6 people, including 4 police officers, sent to the hospital after an altercation in East Baltimore.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WBAL-TV 11 News at 6.
Right now on 11 News at 6, he died while working on a sweltering day in Baltimore City. And now 11 News Investigates has the report about the death of DPW worker Ronald Silver II. Good evening to you. I'm Andre Hepkins.
And I'm Ashley Hinson. The temperature reached 108 degrees on the day he died.
And the report focuses on what happened to him while on the job and other safety concerns within the Department of Public Works.
11 News investigative reporter Barry Sims has the details from City Hall now in downtown Baltimore.
Enormous concerns about the safety of Baltimore City Department of Public Works employees are again outlined in a Maryland Occupational Safety and Health Inspection report. It focuses on the August 2nd, 2024 death of sanitation worker 34-year-old Ronald Silver II, who died on the job, and DPW's workplace environment. The temperature that day reached 108 degrees.
It was a concerning report.
11 News Investigates obtained a copy of this 60-page report through a public information request. Baltimore City Inspector General Isabel Cumming, who has also done investigations on DPW, gives her reaction.
I think it, again, is another instance where the culture of the Department of Public Works and how important it is that we change that to make it better for the people that work there.
Also responding to the report on behalf of Silver's family, Thiru Vignaraja. He says what the MOSH report still does not explain is why there was no penalty, how DPW got away with creating hell on earth for its workers for 5 years, and who, if anyone, was standing up for city workers. A slap on the wrist by the agency overseeing working conditions only confirms that Baltimore City continues to treat its tireless sanitation workers like the trash they pick up. Back in March, MOSH issued a citation for a serious violation, believing DPW exposed Silver and other employees to excessive heat. Last week, 5 city council members worked on a shift with sanitation workers.
It is an extremely dangerous, hard job.
City Council President Zeke Cohen says they experienced the back-breaking, repetitive work sanitation workers perform, picking up trash and recycling.
We felt nauseous by the end of it. There's a lot of mixed refuse in the trash, and you're smelling it, you're breathing the fumes from the truck.
Cohen says that experience, the MOSH and other reports point out this fact.
We need a culture of safety throughout DPW, and we need to make sure we are paying people appropriately.
Now, DPW has said that it is developing a heat safety policy. Reporting from downtown Baltimore, Barry Sims, WBAL-TV 11 News.
Barry, thank you. A sentencing date has now set for the man convicted of raping and murdering Rachel Morin. Lawyers for the victim's family say that Victor Martinez Hernandez will learn his fate on August 11th at Harford County Circuit Court. Prosecutors say that Martinez Hernandez attacked Rachel Morin on the Monpont Trail in August of 2023. His trial got underway earlier this month. After 46 minutes of deliberations, the jury found him guilty of murder, rape, and kidnapping. He faces life in prison without the possibility of parole. Nearly 2 years after the deadly Brooklyn Day mass shooting, another sentence has been imposed by a Baltimore City Circuit Court judge. And 11 News reporter Kate Amara was in the courtroom when 20-year-old Tristan Jackson found out his fate.
He pleaded guilty last month. He said he was sorry today. Then he got slapped with a 10-year sentence, the first 5 without the possibility of parole. Tristan Jackson yelled out to people gathered on the sidewalk today on his way into a prison van about 2 hours after he was slapped with the sentence of 45 years, suspend all but 10, for his role in the 2023 Brooklyn Day mass shooting. It came after he pled guilty last month to assault and weapons charges in the case. days. Today, his lawyer said it was self-defense and asked the judge for a sentence of 25 years, suspend all but 5.
I don't have any comment. Thank you very much. No, I don't have any comment. No comment. Thank you.
Prosecutors pushed for 50, suspend all but 12, telling the judge he showed intent and was on probation at the time, with GPS tracking by DJS for bringing a gun to Mervo. Jackson spoke too. Reading from prepared remarks, he started with an apology to the court, to my family, and anyone who has been hurt by my actions. I realize how selfish I was and how my poor choices have impacted people I care about. He wants to go to college, he said, become a licensed social worker and help troubled youth. I can guarantee I won't take a second chance for granted, he told the judge. I want to be somebody.
A lot of respect for Judge Mays. I'm not really making any comments other than that right now.
Then the judge gave him a sentence that added up to 45 years, suspend all but 10. Any of you want to say anything, any reaction to the sentence? Any reaction to the sentence? His family members in the courtroom gallery during the hearing began to cry. Sorry, I didn't want to.
Thank you.
In a statement, the city state's attorney said he hopes that the sentence can bring some measure of closure to people impacted by the mass shooting. He also said the case is not closed and the investigation continues. At Circuit Court downtown, I'm Kate Amara, WBAL-TV 11 News.
Thank you. Well, 4 police officers taken to the hospital after an altercation in East Baltimore this morning. It happened at the intersection of North Highland and East Fayette Streets. And that's where Kim Dacey has the latest on the investigation.
The crime scene is gone here at North Highland and East Fayette Street. This incident sent 6 people to the hospital, and police say the suspect is a repeat violent offender with more than 20 arrests on his record.
I think that all this could have been avoided if he would have, just took the time to answer the officers' questions.
That's what witnesses say about what happened Tuesday morning at the corner of North Highland and East Fayette in East Baltimore. Police say a 17-year-old flagged them down and said he had just been assaulted. Police found the suspect, 29-year-old Bryant Allen, but when they approached, he assumed a fighting stance and attempted to run and scuffled with the officers, punching one of them.
They tased him, you know what I'm saying, but that didn't do anything for him. You know what I'm saying? He was still up and moving and running around and dipping and dodging out, from them and all that.
A window of the police car got shattered in the process.
I think the officer's elbow hit it because he had a big bruise and blood coming from his elbow, and it was kind of swollen.
Police confirm 4 officers, Allen and the 17-year-old victim, were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. People who live here say they sometimes feel unsafe, but there is always a police presence. They are hoping the officers make a speedy recovery.
I mean, they do what they can to keep people protected around here, help businesses out when there's problems or issues that come up. They've always put their lives on the line for everybody, keep us safe.
Police say they will charge Allen as soon as he is discharged from the hospital. In East Baltimore, Kim Dacey, WBAL-TV 11 News.
Kim, thank you. A section of I-95 in Baltimore County is back open after a 3-car crash stalled traffic for some time this morning. The Maryland Transportation Authority says it happened around 9 a.m. on 95 South near White Marsh Boulevard. Officials say there were injuries, but they didn't share the extent. The cause of that crash is under investigation. Anne Arundel County is adding new speed cameras near 6 schools.
Yes, some of the cameras will be located near Belle Grove Elementary in Brooklyn Park, Linthicum Elementary in Linthicum Heights, and School of the Incarnation in Gambros. The cameras will be active Monday through Friday from 6 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock at night. Anne Arundel County will issue citations after a 15-day warning period. Okay, today marks 100 days since President Donald Trump took office for his 2nd term.
And the president is holding a rally in Macomb County, Michigan right now to celebrate the occasion. He's also expected to ease the 25% auto tariffs to help domestic car manufacturers. According to the Hearst data team, in December of 2024, before President Trump took office, inflation was sitting at 3%. Since taking over, it has dropped to 2.4%.
And so far, President Trump has signed 142 executive orders. That's more than 4 times the amount he signed during his first term. But the administration has faced 123 lawsuits related to those executive actions. And many of the cases are still pending. Still, President Trump says these first 100 days have been a major success.
What Well, I think we've done everything or it's in the process of being done. For instance, the border is in great shape. 99.9% came out again today. 99.9. That, I would say, that was my #1 thing.
Our Hearst data team is tracking a whole lot about President Trump's first 100 days in office. Right now on the WBAL-TV app and on the website, you can find an analysis of President Trump's key economic markers since his second term began, including how those inflation rates have moved compared to his first term and President Biden's term. And coming up on 11 News at 6, the impact of President Trump's tariffs.
Yeah, both consumers and retailers alike are worried about taxes on foreign goods.
Empty shelves, rising prices, and a warning from some of America's biggest retailers. I'm Christopher Salas in Virginia with why some fear that tariffs could lead to pandemic-style shortages.
The O's get an important player from their playoff run 2 years ago back on the mound tonight at Camden Yards. Here why Brandon Hyde thinks his pitching staff is ready to take a major step forward. That's still to come in sports.
Dry today, but we do have some rain in the 7-day forecast. I'll let you know when, coming up in just a few minutes.
Tonight, we sit down exclusively with the doctor leading the measles response in the epicenter of the outbreak. This as new data on cases is released. Also, a wave of fraud sweeping the nation, draining food assistance benefits from families who need it most.
News, Baltimore's breaking news and weather station. Thank you for making us the #1 news at 6. Time on WBAL-TV 11 is sponsored by Jones Junction.